Hi everyone, I'm Shaylin here with Reedsy. Today we're going to be talking about understanding your tropes as a writer. Should you keep writing the same tropes or same stories, or should you branch out? Most writers will find tropes, stories, themes, topics, genres, or just overall trends in their writing that they tend to gravitate to potentially over and over. Some authors get criticized for this, for example, criticism that all their books are the same, whereas others build a really successful brand by writing books that appeal to a very specific target audience of readers who keep coming back for more time and time again. So this raises the question, as an author, should you be trying to branch out? Or is it okay to stick with your same tropes, your same topics, over and over across multiple books, potentially even across your entire career? Now, there's obviously no clean and simple answer to this question. It depends on a lot of factors, and ultimately the most important thing is that you're writing what you enjoy writing. For some authors, that's going to be writing the same topics or themes or types of stories over and over. For others, that's going to be branching out and always trying new things. If you're 100% content with what you're writing and you just have no desire to change it, then don't try to change up a formula that works for you just for the sake of it. But that being said, branching out can be a huge asset to your writing and your development as a writer. I think it's fairly fair to say that writing very similar stories over and over will help you learn how to write that type of story, but won't necessarily develop your skills in other areas of writing. Expanding the topics and styles that you write in or write about can be a very valuable learning experience. It can teach you new skills as a writer that you can then even apply to that ideal story that you have. If you have kind of a tried and true formula of structure and types of characters and genre that you really love, you might think that that's all you need to write in order to master that type of story. But actually branching out and writing a wider variety of stories will teach you new skills that you can bring in to kind of your ideal formula. If you want to write very similar stories, you could even try making them a series or series of companion novels. If you have a number of concepts that feel very similar and you're worried about getting criticized about writing the same story essentially over and over, maybe you want to just lean into that and develop those books as a series, maybe a series of companion novels if they all follow different characters. You could create little links between them and set them in the same world, and that way the books will be branded as related, so readers will expect them to have similarities and will expect similar plots and character arcs from book to book. It also helps to remember that sometimes the pressure to be different every time can cause its own set of problems. Feeling like everything you write needs to be dramatically different from everything else you've written can also be a problem. You can start making unnatural decisions for the story just to try and force it to be different, even if it's better or more naturally developed in a way that's more similar to something you've already written. If trying to force your story in a direction that deviates from your regular writer tropes is ultimately just harming it, maybe it's just not something to worry about because it's harming the individual works. Ask yourself if you're gravitating towards the same tropes over and over because it's the only thing you're interested in writing about, or because it's just what feels comfortable to you. If you find a topic that you love writing about, maybe it's because it's just what you love writing about and it's all you feel called to write about. But on the flip side, maybe you find yourself stuck there because it feels scary to branch out, and trying something new would be a very valuable experience. If you're trying to branch out more, I would definitely recommend starting with shorter works. It can feel a lot more manageable to try writing about different topics or in different genres or in a different style if you're just starting with short pieces rather than having to commit to a whole novel. Writing shorter pieces that are in a wide variety of styles and a wide variety of genres and with completely different types of characters and tropes can really help develop your skill set as a writer a lot faster than if you were only writing full novels, because you're able to try a lot more things in a much shorter amount of time. If you write 5 short stories in the time it would normally spend to write a whole novel, across those 5 stories you can try writing in 5 different point of view or tense combinations, 5 different voices, 5 different types of characters, and even 5 entirely different genres. So you can really expand your skill set and find what you enjoy writing about or try new things without having to commit to a whole novel, which can take quite a long time to write. In the end, whether you have a broad range of stories you want to write or a very specific type of story you want to write, the important thing is to find your audience. If you can hone in on your audience, and this audience loves the specific style and tropes that you tend to write about, then they'll probably keep coming back for more. But at the same time, don't be afraid to branch out if you have the right idea. You don't want to hold yourself back from an idea that you're passionate about writing just because it might be different and therefore feels scary from what you've written in the past. So that's all for this video. I would love to hear in the comments if you think you're more of a singular focused writer who kind of is just out to master a very specific type of story, or if you tend to write a wider variety of stories. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos from us. We've got new writing, editing, and publishing tips every Friday on this channel. Until next time, bye.